Hey guys, welcome back to Let It Roll. Today I want to talk to you about getting started playing craps. I was there just 10 short months ago. I was scared to get on that table, but I'm telling you what, it is definitely the most exciting game in the casino. So hopefully I can help you guys get rid of some of them fears and get you to that table so you could have some fun. So the first step I want to talk to you about has nothing to do with the table, has nothing to do with even being inside the casino. It has everything to do with right here. Getting some confidence to go to the casino, first of all, and getting up to the table. Because 10 months ago, I was scared. I would walk up to the table, I'd kind of look at everything, and I would turn around and walk out. I don't know what the fear was. Of course, you got to, understand that, what's going on at the table, and I really didn't at the time. So let's talk about a few things you can do to get comfortable first before you even step in the casino to walk to the table. So what I personally did was what you're doing right now. I watched tons of YouTube videos, some on strategies. I looked for some that had beginning tutorials, things like that. And I found a few things that really helped me out. But the one thing that really helped me out was when I downloaded an app on my phone, because I was actually able to see what was going on. So that's the second thing I recommend, okay, is to download a craps trainer if you have like an Android. I'm not sure what they have on the iPhone, but I know they have craps games out there on the App Store. So if you have an Android, go to the Google Play Store, download the craps trainer, download any kind of craps game. If you have an iPhone, download whatever kind of craps game they have for the iPhone and just start playing with it. You could start actually watching YouTube videos, gaining some knowledge, and then practicing on your phone. So that's what I did. And the third thing I did is what you guys see me do constantly is I actually made me a practice craps table. So you could do what I did in the beginning and just buy one of the cheap felts off of eBay, buy you some chips, and you can actually maneuver the chips around so you get comfortable. So those are the three things that I recommend doing. There may be others out there. The other thing about my videos is I want it to be a community of us craps people that share. So if you're an advantage player, you understand that you've been playing for years and years and years, or if you're a beginner, please in the comments share what it is that you feel would help our fellow craps players out there. I have no problems with that. That's what I want my channel to be, is a community of people that can come together, that can even help me. Like I said, I'm basically about 10 months in for the table. I've been trying it out for about a year, and that includes what I'm talking about, this learning process here. So remember, you can get some YouTube videos under your belt, get you a craps game on your phone, and then if you want to, you don't have to do this step because the first two will work fine, but get you a felt that you can practice on. Those are the three things that I did to start me getting comfortable. So then when I stepped into the casino, if you have a casino that has the bubble craps, machine craps, whatever you want to call it, that's another good way that you can start getting the gambling sense, because you can go to the bubble craps machine and you could put money in, so you're truly gambling for real money, but you don't have all the hustle and bustle and all the chips moving around the table and everything, and you are right there by yourself. Nobody knows what you're doing. You could bet the way you want to bet, but basically you can start playing craps on the bubble craps machine if you still need that step to get more comfortable to go to the table. So first of all, like I said, guys, my video wasn't going to start out at the table because I personally don't believe that's how a beginner starts. You got to start here. You got to get comfortable at whatever level that might be for you. And hopefully I can get you to that level to get you to the table, because it is the most exciting game in the casino. So that's step one, getting comfortable. Okay, guys, let's talk about step two. All right, step two is actually walking up to the table. So most people think that the next step is to understand when to buy in. But there again, there's still some other things that you should feel comfortable with before you even lay money on your table. And that's when you walk up to the table, what do? All right, you look at all these people standing around the table. So I've always said I want to do what would feel comfortable for me if I was in that position. So if I'm walking up to a table, and let's say that there's, it's a pretty crowded table, and you look to yourself and say, all right, there's a tiny spot that I might be able to fit in there, more than likely you can. They ain't gonna say nothing. You can play and all that. But the way I look at it is, if I was one of them two people standing at that table, would I want someone crowding in right there in front of me or behind me? And if the answer is no, I wouldn't want it, then just step back, wait till someone clears off the table where you have some room, and then go up to the table then. So that's the first thing is when do you get on the table? If it's super crowded, think about it in your terms. Do I want somebody standing that super close to me? If the answer is no, then don't crowd into them. Okay, and if the answer is yeah, I feel like my bubble's good right there back and front, I'm gonna go ahead and step there. So then go for it. Okay, so that's the first thing, is walking to the table, at the proper time. All right, so let's say you get to the table now. What happens when you're at the table? First of all, you're not gonna still throw your money down. There's a couple things you need to know about the table. First of all, there's the chip rail, okay? The only thing that goes on the chip rail is your money. If you're bringing a drink with you, don't set it on the chip rail. They'll yell at you, okay? Casino people, like the employees, the box man, the stick man, honestly, every place I've played, they are truly cool as long as you're following the rules. They have standards in the casinos. They got eyes in the sky. There's so many people that know how to cheat in many different ways that, if you happen to do something like that, even if you're an honest person, you're going to get yelled at. And by all means, just understand it's not a personal thing. You just got to understand what goes on at the table. That's why I'm talking about the table first. So remember, chip rails are only for your money. There's actually a little level, not level, but a little like a shelf right underneath the chip rails that you could put your drinks. If you're a woman, you could put your purse. If you brought in a bag or something with you, if you're a man, you could put it under there. But that's where you put your stuff, is right under the chip rail. You'll see it when you go to the casino. Okay, now that we've got all three of those things worked out, now you're standing at the table and it's time to get rolling. Okay, it's time to let it roll. Okay, so step 3 is the buy-in. So now that you're comfortable in your position, you've got your drink where it's supposed to be, you understand the table layout, now it's time to buy in. But there's a very important thing you need to understand, and this is etiquette. Now, you can buy in after the shooter rolls if the puck is turned on, but a lot of people don't like that, all right? So if you're gonna do proper table etiquette, you need to wait till this puck is in the off position, all right? If it's in the on position on the table, wait till this puck is in the off position. The puck will be in the off position when the shooter either throws the point, when he matches the number that this puck is on, or when he throws the ugly number, which you don't want to say at the table, but I have to say it in this video. If he throws a 7, he 7's out. This puck will also turn off at that point. So as soon as you see the puck turn off, then you can take your money out. Well, you could have your money out, but at that point, you'll throw it down on the table. All right? And I'm going to show you an example right now of me doing it personally at Bronco Billy's in one of my live casino action videos. So take a look at this video. You'll see that me walking up to the table and buying in. Okay, so now that you understand how you do the buy-in, you need to understand the transaction of it. You throw the money on the table. There's no handing the dealer the money. And there again, that's all security reasons, stealing. You could take extra money. They could take money from you, whatever the case may be. Just understand the proper thing to do is you're going to get your money and lay it on the table. You're not going to exchange it hand to hand. All right. At that point, they're going to count out the amount of chips that they owe you to trade for the same value. And if you're like me, like I said, there's a lot of things you need to understand. You're going to want to reach for your money when they got it count out. Wait. Make sure to wait. I did that a couple times. They yelled at me a couple times. The thing you got to understand is they got to do all their behind the scenes things, like they count the money, they actually mark it in a book, or at least my casino does. So it looks like you're ready to grab your money, but you're not. Wait till you see them start pushing the money towards you. All right, so that's one important thing to understand if you don't want to get yelled at like I did a couple times. I would just get antsy. I would throw my money down. I'd see them have my money right there, and I'd start reaching for it. But you can't do that, all right? Wait. The sign for you to know when it's time to get your money is when they start pushing it towards you. Once they release their hands, go ahead and reach in and get it. All right, so now that you have your money, You're going to put it on your chip rail, and you're ready to start playing the game. So let's go ahead and go to step 4. Okay, step 4. So after you hear this step, you should, in theory, be able to go to a table comfortably and play. That's if you've already played on your phone, if you've watched some YouTube videos. You should be able to step up to the table and play. I'm just going to tell you some basic things you can do, all right? And I'm going to tell you some of the things that kind of freaked me out in the beginning and let you go from here. So the first thing is there's so many bets on the table in craps. That used to freak me out. It's like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? There's so many choices. All right, so what I'm going to tell you is, to make it easy on you, is to understand the probabilities of each number that hits. Here's a dice chart right here. And you're going to look at this dice chart and you'll see that the 7 is the most probable number. After the 7, the 6 and the 8 are the next number that should hit, in theory, the most. Then the 5 and the 9, and then the 4 and the 10. Okay, so you've got those numbers right there that are the most probable on the board. All right, all the rest of the stuff on the board, like the hard ways and the filled numbers, those are very unlikely, or they're less likely, I should say. I've been on a table where they hit more than the 6 and 8. So just to understand that it's a probability thing, but there's going to be times where 20 rolls, 14 of them are filled numbers. And who knows why? It just happens. But you as a new player, if you understand the probabilities of things, the easiest thing to do is come up and either choose a pass or a don't pass and play 6 and 8, maybe 5 and 9. They call those the inside numbers. So let's look real quick on how you do that. Okay, so the puck is off and it's time to go ahead and buy in. So you have two options on the come out roll. The come out roll is the first roll of the game. It's when the puck is off. What you're trying to do is establish a point on the come out roll. So if you're the shooter, you're going to have to choose either a pass line or a don't pass line. Let's talk about the pass line first. Let's say we're at a $10 table. What you have to do is you have to put table minimum down on either the pass line or the don't pass. If you choose the pass line, what happens is on the come out roll, if you throw a 7 or 11, you're going to win even money on the pass line. So you'll win $10. If you throw a 2, 3, or a 12 on the come out roll, you're going to lose this $10. And if you throw any of these numbers up here, this becomes the point. So let's just say you throw an 8. Okay, that becomes the point. So they'll turn the puck on to the 8. This money now means nothing as far as winning or losing on that roll because you rolled a point number. These are point numbers. Okay. Now, the object of the game, if you're playing the pass line, is now to throw the point number instead of a 7. So that's how the game is going to continue from here on out. Is the only two things that can alter this game is you throwing the point number, the number that is the puck is turned on, or throwing a 7. They both start a new round basically. If you throw a 7, pretty much all the bets on the table, not everything, but most of the bets on the table will lose if you throw a 7. If you throw an 8, then you're going to win what they call the point. You're a winner. Okay, so you're going to win your pass line bet. That's how you win the pass line bet. All right. So that's how the pass line works. Let's talk about the don't pass now. The don't pass is just the opposite of a pass line. So you put $10 on the don't pass. If you throw a 7 or an 11 on the come out, you're going to lose your $10. If you throw a 2 or a 3, you're going to win your $10. If you throw a 12, you're going to bar the 12. So it's basically a push. You're not going to win it or you're not going to lose it. But let's say you throw an 8 on the come out roll. Okay, puck goes to the 8. Now it's just backwards, like I said, from the pass line. When you're playing the pass line, you are trying to hit the 8 to win your pass line money. Since it's backwards here, if you hit the 8, you lose this money. You'll lose the don't pass money. What you're looking at for the don't pass is now throwing the 7, because the 7 is a winner when you choose the don't pass. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to do a little bit of a repetition drill. Now, if you understand that, you can move forward, just kind of skip forward to the next part, or you can kind of watch this. So for the pass line, let's do this 3 times. I'm going to do each of them 3 times for you. All right, so let's say that it's going to be the come out roll, and you choose to play the pass line. So let's see how this works. Okay, come out roll is a 7. So remember, 7 and 11 win. So you would win your money. Okay, you would win $10. You'd put that in your rack, or you'd stack it. You'd do whatever you want to do with it. And we are still in the come out roll because you did not throw one of these point numbers. You threw a 7. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, now you threw an 8. So what happens now is you're going to put the puck on the 8. And now since you're on the pass line, the whole object of the game changes for you to try and throw the 8 so you could win this money back. All right, so let's take a look. 8 wins, 7 loses. Okay, 11 don't do nothing. Now you're going to see a bunch of numbers. If it's not an 8 or a 7, there's going to be numbers that you could be playing along with this game while we're trying to hit the 8 or the 7. But the problem with that is if you're playing all these extra numbers, if the 7 shows, you lose all of those numbers. And that's the gamble. But let's just stick to this basic part right now. Don't worry about any other number. All you're worrying about right now is that the pass line player wins with an 8 and loses with a 7. Okay? Nothing. 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 That's a 5. Okay, 3. 3. 4. 7. Okay. So now the game ends, or this hand ends. Remember, 8 wins the pass line bet, 7 loses the pass line bet. So since we threw the 7, we would lose this $10. And now the game starts over. All right? So now the puck gets turned off, and another pass line or don't pass bet needs to be chosen. Okay, so let's choose the don't pass this time. So remember, the don't pass wins with a 2 or a 3, push with a 12. Okay, here we go. Okay, 10. 10 is part of these point system numbers up here. So that roll is a good come out roll. We put the puck on the 10. And now, since we're a don't pass player, we want to roll the 7 now before the 10. If we roll a 10, we're going to lose our don't pass money. If we roll a 7, we're going to win our don't pass money. Okay, and there's the 7. So now, since we played the don't pass, we get paid $10 and that hand ends. Okay, the puck turns off, we collect our money, new come out roll. Let's go back to the pass line. We're waiting, we're trying to establish a point. Okay, 6 is the point. So now on the pass line, we're trying to hit a 6 to win, a 7 will lose. Okay, 7 loses our money. Okay, that ends the hand. So now we lose. Puck turns off. Let's go back to the don't pass. I'm just trying to show you guys here some repetitions so you can see how it works. Okay, so the don't pass. Okay, 7 loses on the don't pass. So we would lose our money on the come out roll. Put another $10, try and establish a point. Okay, 6 is the point. So think to yourself real quick. If I throw a 6, what's going to happen right now the way I have my money laid out? Okay, we're on the don't pass, so it's opposite of the pass. If I throw a 6, we lose the don't pass. Okay, and if I throw a 7, we win the don't pass. Okay, just rewind this video and keep listening to this portion of it right here, starting from when I put money on the pass line until it resonates with you of what's going on with this. All right, so 7, I'm on the don't pass. That means I win $10. Okay, so you would win. All right, guys, so that's the come out roll. Okay, so just understand that you could literally walk up to a craps table and choose the pass or don't pass and just play it like that all day long. That's like a game within a game. You know, you could walk up and put $10 on the pass line And when the puck establishes a point, you're just hoping for that same number that the puck that's turned on to hit. And if it hits, you win your money. And if a 7 hits before the number that's on the point, then you lose your money. So you can literally stay there all day and play just a pass line or a don't pass. Okay? But if you wanted to do just a little bit more than that, then all you have to do is, if you're shooting, of course, you need a pass or a don't pass. If you're not shooting, you don't need it, but you can play it. It's an option for you. So let's just say that you're the shooter and you choose to play the pass line. That's the most common thing to play. You got your money on there, you throw it, and you establish a point of 8. All right. Now you can choose to play anything on the table that you would like. There again, as a new player, if for the first time, the best thing to probably do is just go up and choose a pass or a don't pass and play 6 and 8. All right. So in this case, you would just throw the dealer $6 and tell him to place your 8. And your 6, I'm sorry. Your 8 is already covered by your pass line, because remember, when the puck is on, that's the number you need to hit to win this money here. So right now, you're literally playing for a 6 or an 8. And you could just do that all day long till you get more comfortable. But this will help you get a little bit of a comfort level at the table. Okay, so that is a quick tutorial on how to step up to the table comfortably and be able to start playing. If you just do those basic things, you'll start gathering more knowledge, you'll start getting more comfortable, and you can start spreading out all over the table if it's something you choose. Just always keep in mind your best percentages of your chances to win are playing 6 and 8. And like I said, that don't mean you're going to win, but it'll get you on the table with a decent chance to win. All right, guys, remember, you can always email me questions at letitrollcraps@hotmail.com. You could just leave comments in the bottom if you want. I try to answer every single comment. And if you have any questions, or if you have any advice, or there's anything you want to throw out as a craps player for other people that read this stuff, please do it. That's what I'm all about. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. And like I said, if for some reason you're still confused on something, email me, put a comment. Somebody out in the craps community will help you get through it. But man, you need to get to them tables, because it is the most exciting game in the casino. So guys, thanks again, and I'll see you out there on the tables. Remember to let it roll.